QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking? This your boy Rashad, one half of the Panther Nation podcast. Dave is probably chilling at work, so I just decided to go live. I happened to catch the interview from Frank Reich's press conference, the weekly press conference on Tuesday, and yesterday it was Frank Reich has said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the play calling. I don't know what we don't know as reported yesterday. He said, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. I have to mull it over. I have to sleep on it. And according to Frank Reich, he has slept on it and apparently has made a decision. He's made a decision, okay? Frank Reich has made a decision, and he is now assuming or reassuming play calling duties after 3 weeks. Thomas Brown had play calling since the Texans game, and now Frank Reich has taken it back. I'll just let that sink in for a second. Frank Reich turned over the play calling duties to Thomas Brown before the bye. So we had a little preparation for the bye, and then played a decent game against the Texans. It was not a great game offensively. Be clear, we still could not get 1 yard. I ain't forgot. I have not forgot. I was at that game. We couldn't get 1 yard, so things were not perfect. Defense again played their butts off. Kudos, salute to Evero and the defense. Shout out to J.C. Horn coming back. Salute to the defense. Y'all doing what y'all need to do. Shout out to Frankie Louvu. Her Luke was in the building today. Salute to all those guys. Again, no problems with the defense. None at all. But, it wasn't good during the Texans game. Okay, it wasn't good during the Colts game. It wasn't good during the Bears game. Play calling has been bad. And truthfully, it's been bad since Frank Reich has gotten here. Week 1 through whatever week we're in now, 11, it's been bad, okay? It doesn't matter who. Let's be clear on this. Let's be very clear on this. Very, very, very clear. It doesn't matter who's calling plays. You calling from the same playbook. The playbook ain't. If the playbook doesn't change, it don't matter who calling the plays and when they call them. Let's be clear on that. So, guys, let's pretend like this announcement never happened. To be honest with you, let's pretend like this announcement never happened, because it does not matter ultimately. Ultimately, it does not matter who's calling the plays because the playbook is still the same. Okay, and I see it's a talent thing. Yeah, I agree with you too. I agree with you. Talent has something to do with it as well, which is also why we should not get our hopes up. Listen, you want to get into my personal feelings about this? Like, this is how I personally feel. And usually I kind of leave my personal opinion out of it. But personally, again, this is one of those things where I think, you starting to hear the rumblings. Shout out to Mac and Bone from WFNZ. I was on their show earlier today. Shout out to WFNZ. Salute. Thank y'all for allowing me to come on the show and talk about the March on Mint and talk about the reasoning as to why it was going to occur and why it was canceled and some things we're going to do moving forward. I appreciate that opportunity. Shortly after my 15 minutes of fame, they posted an update. You remember how we talked about the Athletic article from Diana Rossini? I believe that's her name. My apologies if I butcher her name. My bad. But she posted an update. There was a video attached to that, and apparently she provided some updates about how if David Tepper doesn't see improvement on this offense, then Frank Reich and them are gone. GM Frank Reich, they're gone. So my personal opinion is that, listen, this is Frank Reich taking his fate into his own hands. If he's gonna go down, he's gonna get fired, then it's gonna be on him. Right? He's going to take sole responsibility. And I believe that's the type of guy Frank Reich is, to be honest with you. And I think that Frank Reich is trying to save Thomas Brown's career. To be honest, I'm going to be honest with you. This is what I think. This is my personal opinion. Again, I take it, separate everything. This is my personal opinion, right? My personal opinion is that Frank Reich is saving himself, trying to save himself. He's taking his fate into his own hand, and he's protecting Thomas Brown. Because if this is a catastrophe and Thomas Brown was going to be named the OC for the rest of the year, then Thomas Brown's career will be damaged. Short term, it might take a little hit. Short term, his career might take a little hit for Frank Reich taking the play calling back. But long term, the long term damage would have been bad had this been a ish show and it been in Thomas Brown's hands. So I believe Frank Reich is a good guy. I believe Frank Reich is a good, upstanding guy. I believe that. And I believe everything Frank Reich says because he's a guy that can't tell a lie. Frank Reich will get up in a press conference and tell you all the unnecessary information you don't want to hear. He keeps it 1,000% a buck. Whether we like it or not, he's going to tell the truth. And that's what he did. I believe him when he said he didn't know what he's going to do with the play. Well, I think he knew. He just wasn't ready to say it. He had already made a decision, in my opinion, that he was going to take this play calling back. And he just didn't want it. He had to find a way to present it to the media so that it doesn't go too crazy. But I believe he's protecting Thomas Brown, trying to protect his reputation to say, hey, if this thing is gonna go bad, we don't want it to be tied to Thomas Brown. I'm gonna take the credit for this. If it's gonna go down and we're going down with the ship, the ship is gonna sink, then I'm gonna be the guy that goes down. I'm gonna take responsibility for it. So that's my personal opinion. And kudos to Frank Reich for doing that. I give him props for that. I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I'm hard on Frank Reich and the whole offensive staff. And listen, shout out to the media, bro, because they was asking some tough questions in there. They was asking some tough questions in that press conference. The gloves are starting to come off. Okay, and I like it. Let's stop playing around, bro. The gloves are starting to come off. Bro, they asked Frank Reich, hey, what exactly is Jim Caldwell's position? What is he doing? They asked him, what is Jim Caldwell? What is his role? They asked him, hey, have you ever thought about giving the play calling duties to someone else? Parks Frazier. They talked about all kind of stuff. So I appreciate the gloves are starting to come off. Everybody's upset, bro. It's not just me. You know what I mean? So, all right, let me get a super chat. This is Wade. Shout out to Wade Evans. He says, haven't been a huge fan of Frank Reich, but I got to respect him for falling on his own sword. Offense will be the same no matter who's calling. It's true. I agree. I agree with them sentiments. 1,000%. 1,000%. It doesn't matter who's calling the plays, whether it's a personnel issue. And listen, the most frustrating piece about this is Frank, he has a plan. He's sticking to it no matter what. No matter the personnel, it's a personnel issue because we're putting guys in position to not succeed. We have a system. This is the system, and no matter who the players are, we're going to call the plays how we want to call them. This is the system is the system. We're not going to adjust it. We're going to keep running the same things, whether it sucks or not. We're going to keep running the same things. Now, things could change a little bit. You know, Throckmorton, they decided to do something a little different with him. Frank Reich did talk about that during the press conference. They said, hey, you never know how the season's going to go. He could be right back with us. But, you know, they believe that Zavala is going to take that role back. They believe that between Mays and Zavala, although they both have proven track records to not play very well there, you know, they decide that, hey, we're developing those guys. Those guys are ready to go. We'll see. We'll see. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Listen, I don't know what we're doing, bro. And listen, I know it was some thoughts out there that, hey, if we protest and we march on meant that, you know, we're going to embarrass ourselves and we're going to embarrass the Panthers. Bro, ain't nothing I need to do to embarrass the Panthers, bro. They embarrassing their damn selves. Ain't nothing I could do to make the situation more worse than what we're already seeing. There's nothing I can do. Bro, you turn over play calling 3 weeks ago, and now you take it back, but you worried about me? Come on, man. Stop it. But again, I appreciate all the support, and we got some things cooking. I've been talking to some people. Shout out to my man Dunk. We've been talking. Shout out to my bro from Panthers Culture. We've been talking. It's a lot of conversation. Shout out to the Discord. If you're a Patreon member, we've been talking about what we're gonna do in the Discord, coming up with some ideas. So stay tuned. The March on Mint is gonna have, may not come in the form of a march per se, but we're gonna make a statement. Panther Nation is going to make a statement. It's going, if things continue the way they're going, Panther Nation is going to make a statement, bro. We're gonna make a statement. We're gonna make a statement. Okay, and it's gonna be grand. Believe that. It's gonna happen. It's gonna, and anybody else that wants to collaborate, hey, you know where I'm at. Hit my line. If you want to collaborate, you got some ideas, hit my line. You know where to find me. Twitter. You wanna holler at me during the game. You know, I'm with Charlotte Vibe, 11 o'clock, right in front of the stadium. You can find me. I'm outside, bro. I'm outside. If you got some ideas that you want to share to show your frustrations to David Tepper, because again, if you follow me on Twitter at PantherNationPC, I did a whole rundown. It's recapping basically what we talked about on the show last night. You know what I mean? Talking about David Tepper and how we haven't had a winning season with him as the owner. This is going on. If we lose on Sunday, 6 consecutive seasons, 6 of them things. 6 of them things, 6 seasons, bro. Shout out to Jalen. Agreed. Frank took back the play calling because he was told if there's no improvements, he's gone. He's not going to leave that in the hands of someone else. 100% agree. 1,000% agree. 1,000% agree. Bro, I'm here for it, bro. We gonna win. So when is the protest? All right. So listen, the plan for this is just a preview. The plan for the protest is that we're gonna do something the last game of the season. The last game of the season against the Bucks. Week 17, week 18, whatever that week that is, that's when we're gonna do it. What we're gonna do, we have not come to a decision yet. I'm trying to contact the Roaring Riot. If y'all are part of the Roaring Riot, tell them dudes to holler at me. I hit them in the Twitter DMs. They won't respond to me or have not responded to me yet. So tell them dudes to hit me up. Everybody needs to be involved. Everybody needs to be involved. Everybody needs to be involved, which was part of the criticism, right? Shout out to my man Mac and Bone. I hear you. I heard you. Part of the criticism is that we got to go big. We're going to go big. It ain't going to be too late. It's not going to be too late then. It's not going to be too late. Shout out to Unc and Big Calf. They want to come through? Cool. Let's roll with. Hey, I ain't got no problem. I told you I ain't got no problem with them. If they want to come through, holler at me. They know where to find me. This is big. Hey, we got to make a statement, bro. We got to make a statement. If anybody that wants to be down, come through, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with hey, Amir, Armani, my bad. Tell people from the Roaring Riot to hit me up. Hit my line. Hit my line. We not going Tepper's front lawn. Y'all see you trying to get arrested. We not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. The statement will be made. Somebody tell the Roaring Riot to hit me up. I tried to hit up Zach. He ain't hit me back. Matter of fact, I got a tweet from last year when I was trying to do this March on Mint, and they never hit me back. C3, all of them. Tell everybody. Y'all tweet everybody. Tell them to hit my line. We're going to plan something. It's going to be big. I got all kind of news folks, news outlets ready. They told me hit me up when we got the joint planned and ready to go. So listen, hit me up. We ready. We ready. We ready. It's gonna happen, bro. And listen, like I said on Twitter earlier today, this ain't got nothing to do. This ain't got nothing to do with who's coaching or who the GM is. Y'all worried about a coach or a GM. That ain't the problem. That ain't the problem, bro. That ain't the problem. Who coaching the bro? We've had 8 total coaches in the history of our franchise. 8. Four of them came under the Tepper era. 4 coaches. It don't matter who the coach is. Don't matter who the coach is. Are y'all not seeing the same thing that I'm seeing? It don't matter who the GM is when you got folks telling people who to pick. It don't matter. Jay Stu said March on Men is pointless. Hey, of course he gonna say that. Of course he gonna say that. What else do you expect him to say? I expect any former player or any player connected to the franchise right now to say that. Of course they're gonna say that. They got a completely different perspective than we do. And we're not saying, we're not telling Tepper to sell the team. That's not what we're saying. Nobody's telling Tepper to sell the team. Nobody's saying that. What I'm saying is, if you got guys, put them in the right, put the right people beside you. Let them make the decisions. Let them run a team how they want to run it. Let the football people do the football things. That's just a sign, bro. That was an AI graphic, bro. Nobody's telling Tepper to sell the team. He's not going to sell the team. Nobody expects Tepper to sell the team. Nobody expects him to do that. When I think about realistic change, I think about hiring the right football people and letting them go to work. The Bryce Young interview is on. Man, I ain't got no, all due respect, I ain't got nothing. What we want to hear from Bryce Young? What do we want Bryce to say? I'm cool on that. Keep developing, Bryce. We got to get some more people around you. It's unfortunate that you got to deal with this play calling change, and you got to hear from Dip. Now Bryce Young has another play caller to deal with. He had Frank Reich, went to Thomas Brown. Now we going back. Imagine the development of this young man. Imagine what this dude is going through. I'm telling y'all, it don't matter who. It doesn't matter who has the job, unless something at the top changes. It don't matter who has that job. And listen, I'm a Bryce supporter. I don't know what I said that doesn't make me feel that way. I just respectfully, there's nothing he can say, bro. It's not his fault. I'm a Bryce guy, bro. I like Bryce. I think Bryce can turn out to still be a good quarterback. But it's unfortunate he has to deal with this. He was brought into a crazy situation. He was brought into a crazy situation, bro. It is what it is. And listen, here's the deal. And I tweeted this earlier. I'm gonna say it again publicly, right? I'm gonna say it again. The March on Mint is not about a particular coach. It's not. The March on Mint is about holding Tepper to his own words. Quote unquote. Tepper has repeatedly said he is not going to accept long-term mediocrity in any business venture, including his football team. Bro, we haven't even met the bar of mediocrity. We don't even know what mediocrity looks like. I wish we were mediocre. We're keeping Tepper accountable for his own words. It don't matter who the coach is, bro. Don't matter who the GM is. It doesn't. And I keep hearing, oh, he wants to win. Tepper wants to win. Nobody wants to win more than Tepper. Well, hell, I want a lot of things in life. I want I want to own the Panthers. But that ain't gonna happen unless I put the work in, unless I make the right decisions, put the right people around me, and let those people make the decisions. You have to you can't buy a championship. You can't just be rich and things just start coming to you. I want a lot of things in life. You got to do the right things and prepare the right way so that things you will get the results you want. Ultimately, that's what needs to happen. And we have 6 years of proof that that ain't happening. My man JD from the Panthers in. Shout out to the four-man rush. Reich's last gas period with play calling. 2 play calling changes in 1 year, probably with a third this offseason. Correct. This on Bryce. They're ruining Bryce. Excuse me. Also, Tepper would much rather fans march on Mint than go the way of apathy. I mean, yeah, yeah. Shout out to JD, man, for the four-man rush. I appreciate you, bro. I really do. Man, listen, we need everybody to collaborate. What can we do? What can we do to make this right and let our voice be heard, bro? It ain't about, listen, even if it don't work, even if Jay Stu and all the naysayers are right, it doesn't matter. Hell, what's happening isn't making things better. Them potting and saying what we should do ain't helping. They got a closer ear to Tepper, a closer voice to Tepper. What they saying to him ain't working either. Appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate it. He didn't drop a message, but I appreciate the super chat, bro. Hopefully, listen, I'm hopeful, and I hope things can switch. I hope things will flip a switch, and Frank Reich getting play calling duties back, and everything will be all great, and we can all turn around and laugh about this one day. Hopefully, that's the case. I don't think it's going to be the case. I have very, very low expectations, but it is what it is. Cage Luke Mister, man, I appreciate the super chat, man. He says the fact that they are publicly announcing play callers tells me they listen to outside noise more than the players. This is stupid. Frank Reich is pathetic as rule. Hey, you ain't got it. It's cool. You ain't got it. Hey, I don't need people to defend it, bro. It's cool. It's cool, bro. I don't need. Listen, all it takes is one person, bro. It Our voice matters more than we think it does. It does. It matters more than we think it does, and we're not giving ourselves enough credit. And if I'm the only person that believes that, then I'm cool with it. I'll go. I'll put myself out there. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I don't care because these the same people, and I don't know who it was. I don't know who, and I'm not pointing at C3 because I don't know. I don't listen to them. I don't know what was said, bro. But all I'm saying is this: these are the same people. Whoever was saying it, that's if it's successful, y'all gonna be the same ones applauding it. Are gonna try to do something right behind me. If we lose, who getting fired first? I don't know. I don't know, bro. All I know is if a change is made, a GM and a coach need to be brought in together at the same time. Two guys that are on the same page, and they need to be allowed to run a team like they want to run it. That's all. That's the crux. That's the problem, bro. Bro, I don't know how many times I gotta say it though. I honestly do not care what any. You can choose to participate or you cannot to choose to participate, but it's gonna be felt, bro. We gonna make some noise. I'm very confident in that. I'm very confident in that. I am very confident. I know y'all, the folks listening to me, rock with it. It's a lot of people that just heard about it that were ready to rock with it. It's a lot of people out there ready to make some noise. And whether you in or out, that's cool. But we gonna make some noise. We're gonna make some noise. Again, if you don't want to participate, cool. Shut the hell up. Why you if you so against it, you ain't gotta say nothing. Shut up. Shut up. If you so loud, like just shut up, bro. So Roar Riot, let's get them on board. Tell them to holler at me. Tweet them. Somebody make a call to Zach. I know somebody in here knows Zach. Tell them I sent them a DM a million times. Tell them to holler at me. We'll see if they can get on board. And we're gonna make this thing a big thing. We gonna listen. It's time. It's time. Panthers Prime podcast is not entire coaching staff is trash. I disagree. I would say the defensive side of football is doing an amazing job. They deserve credit. Give we can't make a blanket statement about the entire coaching staff because the defensive coaching staff is doing what they need to do, and all of them should be kept. Let's keep it. Let's keep. We can't get rid of everybody. I have a. If we're gonna get rid of somebody, it got to be on the offensive side of the football. It got to be the head coach since he's an offensive guy, but leave the defensive guys. Leave those guys. And yeah, shout out to JD too. Agreed. Tabor, he needs to remain. Special teams and defense, they doing a good job. We got to give them credit. I know we frustrated and we want to make wide casting statements like that, but we got to be a little responsible and direct the attention where it needs to go. Defense is doing great. Considering the circumstances, all the guys that they lost, they're doing a great job. Special teams, we had our first punt return, and Lord knows how forever. So they're doing a good job. Shout out to Tabor. Shout out to Tabor, man. Outside of that, we got some improvement to do. But yeah, man. Again, can we get rid of Tepper? No, that's not happening. No, but that's why you got to send a message to him. When you 18 Billy or however many up, sometimes you can't see what's at the bottom. So we got to bring it to his front. We got to bring it right to his face. Pause. We got to make him feel us, bro. He hear it, but I know he hear it, bro. I know he see it. It ain't no coincidence why all this stuff is happening now, bro. It ain't no coincidence. It ain't no coincidence. The march didn't even happen and it's making waves, bro. It ain't even happened yet for real. And y'all saying it's pointless. And it ain't make no impact. And it's if it's so pointless, why is it making so many waves? Somebody tell me that. Huh? Somebody tell me that. If the march is pointless, why is it making so many waves? Somebody tell me that. Everybody got so much to say. If it's pointless, why is it making so many waves? Why everybody hit me up? Boy, y'all about to make me pie, bro. Let me chill. Let me chill, man. Let me chill. I'm ready though. I'm ready. I know we got some. I know we got some people ready to go. And listen, hey, Big Cat ready, Unc ready. Tell them to holler at me. Tell them to holler at me, bro. Tell them to holler. Let's get it going, bro. This bigger than all that. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. March ain't even happened, bro. Ain't even happening. Y'all, it's making waves, and y'all telling me it's pointless. How long does Evero have on his? Appreciate the super chat, ALS. How long does Evero have on his contract? Wouldn't be shocked if he got a better offer next year. But the only thing holding it back are injuries. That's something we got to worry about. I did see it on I think Ian Rappaport, somebody was talking about Evero and next head coaching candidates, and his name came up. So listen, I got to call myself to the carpet. I got to listen. I ain't got Big Cat number. You got to tell him to unblock me on Twitter. He got me blocked on Twitter. Tell him to unblock me, and hit me up. What was I saying? So, Ian Rappaport. Ian Rappaport was talking about, or somebody, it was national news, that Evero is a prime head coach candidate for the job he's done with this offense. With the defense, excuse me. My apologies. I'm trying to read the chat at the same time. So, with that said, I got to call myself to the carpet because I said, hey, we got to hire an offensive guy because the offensive guy is the one's going to get plucked if this thing goes right. The offensive guy is going to get plucked, and we ain't going to be able to retain him, and we got to have a constant guy, a new offensive coordinator every year. Now, that appears to have happened on the defensive side of football because guess what? Evero is doing his thug thizzle. He's cooking right now. Evero is the one that is about to get plucked. And we can't have him leave because he's the best thing smoking right now. So y'all talking about head coaches, maybe Evero's the guy. If we can't get Ben Johnson, I might just promote from within and keep Evero. But I don't know. I don't know who would be calling the offense at that point. But we got to get somebody. It's got to be some creative mind on the offense that can get this thing going. Shout out to Panthers Prime Podcast again, man. I appreciate you, bro. He says, I'm all for the march. I think it's a great idea. They need to hear how we truly feel. Yeah, man. They need to hear it. They need to hear it. They need to hear it. All right. So yeah. Now I know that's on me, bro, because I was sitting here calling for an offensive guy. And we got Frank Reich was not my first candidate. The record shows, if you go back to the other my other shows on head coaching candidates and who we should hire, Frank Reich was not at the top of the list. Okay, I had Steichen, I had Ben Johnson, I had a couple other guys ahead of him, but we decided to hire Frank Reich, and we got Evero on the staff, and he's doing a great job. And now he's going to be a prime guy to get plucked. And guess what? We don't get comp picks for him because you have to be on the staff for 2 years to get comp picks. So, you know what I mean? So it is what it is there. If we can get Ben Johnson, I'm cool. But again, at the end of the day, ultimately, it does not matter who the head coach is unless it changes at the top. This is a great basement. We gotta do something with the base because we definitely said basement Twitter. He called us basement Twitter, and guys, I'm not in the basement, bro. Far from a basement. Far from a basement. Come check me out, Tep. I'm far from a basement. Far from it. In fact, I was told that I stay in the same neighborhood as one of the guys on your coaching staff. So I'm far from a basement. Believe that. Ain't no basements over here. Ain't no basements over here, dog. Believe that. Man, this dude got me hot, bro. I ain't happy, bro. Not happy. Not happy. Not happy, bro. This, again, and back to the original topic of this video. Frank Reich has turned over play calling. Excuse me, he has retained play calling back from Thomas Brown. How y'all feel about that? Do y'all want to come on the show? I think I need some water. I'm gonna open it up for about 10, 15 minutes. I'm gonna allow y'all to speak if y'all want to come on. Because my throat is starting to hurt. Pause. Major super pause on that. I gotta take some water. All right, here we go. You paste this in the chat. If y'all want to come on for about 15 minutes before I gotta head out and get some dinner, holla at me. He definitely reneged. He definitely reneged, dog. He definitely reneged. And again, I said it earlier. We got more people in the building, but I do believe Frank Reich did this to preserve Thomas Brown, to save Thomas Brown. And if it's gonna go bad, I believe Frank Reich wanted to take ownership of that and not have Thomas Brown a part of that. And so I believe that is a great, upstanding thing to do by Frank Reich. I got to be honest with that. Okay, I do believe it's a good thing. Is it going to make any changes on the offense? No, the playbook ain't changing. It's just who's calling the plays. So I don't think anything's gonna drastically change. I'd be very surprised if that happens. Now I'll say this: we are gonna get back. We're gonna get back. A lot of guys coming back. So I saw that Laviska Shenault was coming back. I saw a lot of guys getting ready to come back. So things could change. We'll see. Now I got the my man JD said we right back to first down runs on every snap. Listen, you're right, bro. You're right. But anyway, the link is the pinned comment right now. So if y'all want to jump on and talk and give your opinion on the situation about Frank Reich reneging on play calling duties and taking it back, come through. So real quick, let me see. Zavala is back. Yeah, it looks like Zavala's going to get back to play calling duties. So, excuse me, Zavala's going to get back to left guard position. My bad. I'm talking all over the place. Noli, what's good, bro?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. Having a good day. Can't complain.
All right, bet. I'm on 277, getting ready to go back home.
Be careful out there. Be safe.
Oh yeah, yeah. Folks can't drive around here. But yeah, it's tough. There's start whether the term there's smoke, there's fire. I'm really thinking one and done, um, and then clean house. My only question is fire Reich and Fitterer, and then do what? Uh, that's why I'm afraid because Tepper hasn't showed that he can hire the right person. And
Mm-hmm.
so,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like, okay, you hired an
So real quick,
yeah,
no, my apologies.
you
And when
good.
I say it starts at the top, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
That's exactly what I'm talking about when I say it starts at the top. Are you going to hire the right people? Go ahead. No, my bad.
Yeah, and that's what I'm afraid because this past off season, I went back and I listened to that opening rule press conference, and key word he said is we wanted to do something a little different, and Matt Rule's different than Ron Rivera. And then after the rule experiment didn't work, he went in the complete opposite direction. He hired a guy with a ton of experience, all this, okay? What's the opposite direction of this? That's what I feel like he's going to do. Um, just I just don't think he has the temperament. Temperament, is that the word, to be an owner? And he says he's still learning, and I'm afraid he's going to just make another bad move, like hire John Dorsey, or okay, we tried to hire someone with experience. Um, Let me hire a young shot OC, which again, there's only really one who's worth doing, one or two. But I'm at the point. I
Well,
just want to see. I mean, I do care. I just want to see. Can you just hire a GM, the correct one, and just let him hire a guy? Do you
yeah,
have that in you? Right?
right.
Do you have it
No,
in
he
you
doesn't.
to that's
He has
which
not had that. He has not had that that kind of patience to he hasn't had the it's his baby. The Panthers are his baby, right? And he
yeah.
wants to ensure, he's trying to ensure that everything goes the right way according to his plan, right? So what
Yeah.
he has not done, and again, this is why I say it starts at the top, is hire a GM and let that GM run the team as he see fit. That's the only thing we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
We
You got
tried
to
we tried everything else. We tried everything else except that.
Yeah, the best. I mean, some of the most successful people who run a company, you delegate. Like that's like 101. Like I get he paid all cash for it, but you have to delegate. Like, is he going to trust the GM and a firm? And does he have it in him? Okay, I'm not even going to sit in the first round of interviews. I'm only going to sit when you do second round of interviews. Like, it is just way too hands on, and I'm just waiting to see. To me, the who he hires as GM, the process that goes through that's going to let me know whether he's actually learning. That to me, after that, you hire the right GM, I'm cool. I'm confident that GM that you hire, if it's the right guy, he's going to hire his coach and do it the right way. Um, but yeah, that's on one point we can get excited. Yeah, they're going to be gone, but that's the whole point of the March, like you said. Like, it's to get um, better decision making at the top end. Yeah, I'll be excited when we replan. When you guys replan, I'm definitely
Yep,
looking forward to support that because yeah, these 6 years have felt like an eternity.
for sure, for sure. All right, let me get some more people in here, man. I
All right,
appreciate that.
appreciate it.
Black Blackball and ENT. Before I get to you, I want to. There was a chat that came through. Um, Chat that I want to go back to before I get to you because yes, he says with the rumors being out there that Tep and his overreaching, who would want to come in and deal with this mess? Pissed with the whole organization right now. And this is exactly right. There is a reason, tweeted this earlier. There is a reason why Ben Johnson decided to go back to be offensive coordinator with the Lions. There's a reason why D'Amico Ryans declined the interview. There's a reason why Gerard Mayo declined the interview. There's a reason why Pep Hamilton declined the interview year prior. There's a reason why we ain't getting the guys that we necessarily want. There's a reason why. It's because, bro, you got an owner that you got to deal with. You got to answer to it. Maybe that style doesn't fit for everybody. David Tepper has not found the 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 GM and the coach that works with his style. Until that happens, we're not. Uh we're gonna be in this state. Black Ballin, what's good, bro?
How you doing, Rashad, man? First
Man,
time
I'm
on the
good.
show. Pleasure, man. Pleasure being on your show.
Hey, real
You
quick,
know,
man. I appreciate. First of all, I appreciate all your super chats because you be coming through heavy. So I
right.
appreciate you, and you always welcome to come on the show whenever you want to. Welcome to the show, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Um, First of all, man, I feel just like everybody else. This has been the worst I've been like the worst I felt since I've been a Panthers fan, and obviously I'm not trying to be the guy like, oh, I've been a fan since, but I have been a fan since the '95 season, and I don't recall ever being this bad. You know what I'm saying? And I was very excited coming into this season, and I think that's why I'm so disappointed. And I was sold on, okay, we're getting all this NFL experience, we're getting all this offense experience, and that game Thursday, I mean,
Hmm.
I don't.
Talk about it.
We done had some bad Panthers teams, but I'm telling you right now, even on our worst teams, that Chicago team couldn't beat some of our worst teams. And you mean to
Talk
tell me
about it.
we lost to that shit? There's no way that we should have lost that game to the fucking Bears Thursday night. There's no way. And I'm not trying to take up for David Tepper. I'm not. I do like some things that he got. I do like some of the aggressiveness. I do like because that's something that I wish that we had with Jerry Richardson. We never was really aggressive to go get the player that we wanted. I do like some of the traits, you know, but when you paying someone and you were sold, they sold, we're going to fix your offense. We're going to, hey, I want the best offensive guys, and to be honest, it's worse than Matt Rule. And that's
It
like
is.
that's bad. It's worse than Matt Rule, man. And I'm to the point where I'm done. I'm sick and tired of it. I am sick and tired of it. I understand, team, we had a bad injury bug. But we had the injury bug on defense, and the
Still good.
defense is fucking playing better than the offense with all the injuries, man. It's embarrassing. I don't care what you got to do. I'm sorry. I think the game has passed Frank Wright. I think the game has passed fucking David Caldwell. I think they had they run when it was their time.
Oh, we lost you. Black ball, and we lost you, bro. All right, I'm a black ball. You was podding a little bit, but you went out on us. We'll bring you back in a second. Let me know when you back. Hold on. Real quick, let me get the super chat real quick. Nicole Tepper being Darius says Nicole Tepper being at practice and overseeing the offensive line is a big problem. Yeah, I mean, bro, I get them wanting to be a part of and oversee, bro, but geez, like it ain't working, fam. It ain't working. All right, so let me get Deontay in here. Deontay, what's good, man?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Yo, bro. First of all, man, hey, how come you been ducking me at the games, bro?
Bro, hey, listen, I'm outside. I'm at the same place every week, man. You got there too late.
Yeah, I did. No, you're right. No, you're right. But no, real quick, bro. I'm really tired of not having a GM, a head coach, and a quarterback that's tied together, bro. Like it's really annoying, like not having that. And you got to think about it. Like, why would a GM why would a GM want to come into this situation without a first round pick
Yep.
with low cap
Talk
space,
about
right?
it.
People think we have all the cap in the world. It's like, no, like if you look at it, next year, 2024, we are 13th in the league in terms of
Talk
cap
about
space.
it.
And
Talk about it.
that's without Brian Burns being signed, that's without Louvu being signed, and that's without a wide receiver one. So that's
Talk
we're
about it.
13th in the league with cap space. And I'll say this. I think Tepper, people are going to disagree. I think Tepper is patient with people, but he's impatient with the process. If you look at it, he gave Ron some time, right? When he took over, he could have fired Ron the first season, right? When he took over, he gave him some time. He gave Rule some time, right? And then
2.5
also
years.
and he gave and he looks like he's given Reich some time too. I think, but he's not patient
Nah,
to the
one year ain't no
process.
time, bro. 1
No,
year is
I
not
don't.
time.
He's
He
going to
ain't
be
got
here
no time.
next year. You saw the
If
reports.
if
He's
if
going to
that's the
be here.
case, if that's the case, then you're right. But the updated report to that though, from Rossini, Diana, who wrote that article on the Athletic, said that fam, if the things don't turn around dramatically on the offense, he's getting up out of here, bro. So you're getting conflicted reports. You know, I believe there's some truth to both sides of it, but because if he turns it around, then sure he'll get some time. But if things continue the way they are, I can't see him surviving the rest of this year. I don't see it.
I think they only did that just to get people happy. You know what I mean? Like a lot
Maybe,
of times,
maybe,
Tepper does a lot of reactionary, like posts and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. Brian, man, anything else you was podding right there. I don't know. The cap space thing is correct. We don't have a ton of cap space. We have a lot of those guys. A lot of the guys that the free agents that we sign, and this is the problem with Fitterer, right? Because a lot of free agents that we sign, bro, like your guys like Chark, Miles Sanders, Hurst, all those guys are signing like 3-year deals. So they're gonna be that cap is tied up, and there's voided years added to some of that. So the cap space, bro, it ain't as great as it looks. And like Deontay said, bro, you got Burns, who we may or may not resign. Derek Brown coming up. Frankie Louvu, who's coming. It's a lot of guys, bro. The situation from a cap perspective is not as great as it looks on paper. And I may have to do a video about that. But you're absolutely right, Deontay. So I appreciate that. Anything else you want to add?
Nah, bro. Just keep pounding.
All right, man. Appreciate you. My man Perp, what's good, man? Perp Cushington. What's
What's up
good
with
with
it,
you, bro?
boss? How you
Man, I'm
living?
chilling. I'm chilling, bro.
Hey man, appreciate you for letting me in, man. You know, watch your show and all that. You and Dave, man, y'all
Appreciate you.
doing your thing, man. First with the march, man. I think that was a good idea. I really think y'all doing your thing with that. Like I said, a lot of the backlash that y'all getting from that is the attention that y'all getting, man. People, you know, y'all detractors don't want to see y'all get that attention, man.
Right.
But I think y'all doing a good thing. I'm definitely gonna be there for that, man. Just let me know
I appreciate that.
how that falls. I'm definitely gonna be there to support. Man, I think I think Frank Reich and Scott Fitterer need to be gone, both of them. I just think we need to start over in that aspect. That way we can get a GM and a coach that come in on the same page. They can get the offensive side of the ball correct. I think as far as the defense go, Evero Evero and that defensive staff should stay where I think we should try to keep them, even though I keep hearing that Evero is going to get this head coaching job next season. If I'm David Tepper, I go out of my way to make sure that he can't leave. Like, I mean, I know he can only do but so much, but I mean, even if it's offering him the head coaching job, I just think defensively we're good. We're hurt all over the place, and we're still playing good on the defensive side of the ball. We need to keep Brian Burns, Derek Brown. I'm not so sure on Frankie Louvu.
We got to keep Louvu. You got to keep Frankie.
I want to keep him, but just
you
on the money aspect. The pay side of it, trying to be able to get some more guys on the offensive side of the ball. I think we're going to be able to pay Brian Burns, pay Derek Brown, and pay Frankie Louvu, and then add additions to the offensive side of the ball. I don't think that's realistic. I do think that we need to shore up this offensive line some way, shape, form, or fashion. I was watching you guys talk the other day about Icky potentially moving on the inside, playing that guard position, and us finding a true left tackle, which I think probably is looking like that needs to be the move.
Yeah, I don't just real quick. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Icky's been playing well the past couple of games. I think he's had some rough games. That is a fact. Let's not get it twisted. He has some very rough games. But the past couple of games, he's actually played well. But people won't give him props when he does well. They'll kill him when he's bad. But we also got to give him props when he plays well. The past couple of games have been really good for him. So
I'll give him the credit.
Hold on. Let me not say really good. Words matter. Words do matter. I want to say really good, but he's been solid. These past couple of weeks.
But I mean, if we can. When we drafted him, when him coming out, that was the thing. Like, oh, he could be a really all-pro, guard. And I feel like if that's the case with him being really better at the guard position, if we could find a true left tackle, I mean, granted we don't have a first-round draft pick this year, but if we could find a true left tackle in this draft somewhere and then move him on the inside, I think that'll kind of help that situation out. I know we get Brady Christensen coming back next season too, so of course that'll help as well. But man, I love being a Panthers fan. I've been a Panthers fan my entire life. I'm 32 years old. I've been a Panthers fan my entire life. I want to see us win. I want to have the patience, the same patience that we're asking David Tepper to have with some of these coaches and some of these players. But it's just like, man, it's not coming together. Like you said, we're not seeing the progress nowhere.
Yep. I was just gonna say, you took the words right. Patience comes with progress, bro. We can show some level of patience. I ain't gotta win every game. We ain't gotta. No, Dave might have been calling for playoffs, but the realistic fan, bro, we wasn't thinking no playoffs, bro. We just wanted to see Bryce Young go out there, develop, look solid, and we want to see progression every week. It's okay that he started off rough. It's okay. Even right now, bro. Even right now, if we can see Bryce Young go out there and turn the corner and start to look better, I can be patient. I can be patient with progress, bro. I just need to see it.
It's the Bryce Young thing is everybody Bryce doesn't look good. But I mean, if you got half a second to throw the ball every time you call hut before you got somebody in your face, how accurate or how great do y'all expect for him to look? He can't show off this great mind that everybody said he had prior to us drafting him. He can't even show off the processing skills because he don't have the time to do so. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really, for me, it's not a Bryce thing. Like, I understand the struggles that Bryce is going through. And yes, of course, I would like to see him play better. I would like to see some type of progression. But I mean, if the offensive line can't block for him, I mean, how can he show that progression? I mean, you can show it all day in practice. Like, as you keep seeing Frank Reich say in every press conferences, we're having great practices. We can see it in the practice. We can see it in the practice. I mean, that's because you don't got a true pass rush coming at them in practice. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, the offensive line, man, is really that's really gonna hold Bryce back, and how we turn that around within this next season, within these next 2 seasons. If we can't turn it around, man, we're not gonna get what we want to get from Bryce. And I think Tepper wants to see the team win as much as we want to see the team win. So people have to realize that, like, I think the fan in him of the game, and the fact that he just want to be part of a winner. He want to see us win too.
Agreed.
some people gotta cut him just a little bit of slack there. Like people acting like this man doesn't want to win. That's the reason why he keep pushing coaches out and pushing these players away, is because he's trying to build a team. He want to see some winning going on.
I hear that. I hear that, and I firmly believe that Tepper wants a winner. Nobody's discounting that. But what you're doing right now is not working, bro. It's not. Like, the proof is in the pudding. It's not work. Your approach to what you've been doing needs to be assessed. You know, take a SWOT analysis, bro. Come on, you got people around you. They'll or if they not the right people, clean up the football side of it and get some real people in here that know what they're doing and let them cook. The approach you're taking is not working. That's what that's the message to Tepper. Nobody disagrees that he doesn't want to win, bro. I know he wants to win, but the proof is in the pudding. It ain't happening. It's not. No matter how much he wants it. I want a lot of things in life, but if I don't take the proper steps to prepare for that, then it ain't gonna happen.
Correct. Yeah.
So that's my biggest thing.
No, I'm not. Like I said, I agree with you on that. We got to get the right people in there, and I don't know who's in his ear as far as hiring on the front side, like you say, upstairs. Those guys, I don't know who's in his ear as far as hiring those guys, but he got to get somebody around him that can let him know. Not his wife. I see his wife is out there at practices and stuff. Like, we need somebody who really knows football that can tell him, look, you just worry about the business side. I got you on the football side. Somebody he trusts. I just don't know who that person is, or if he even has that person that he trusts that he can say, look, you focus on the football side. Let me worry about the business side and make sure that the football side is doing what it's supposed to do.
That's what it is. He ain't found that person yet. He ain't found that person yet. Until that happens, we're gonna be in this hole that we're in. But all right, I gotta get NFL Kid in here. He's been waiting for a long time.
All right, man. I appreciate you
jumping on, man. Yep.
Appreciate you.
NFL Kid, my bad, bro. What you got?
All right. So like, I don't understand why this like play calling thing is happening. Like, we just changed to what's his name, Brown. Now we change it back to Reich. Like, what's the point? Are we doing like a rotation or something? I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So, do you want me to answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason why we're switching play calls again, obviously. Thomas Brown, under his play calling, we didn't get the results that we wanted to see. So, right, the offense was still pretty bad, under that offense. You know what I mean? Under Thomas Brown, right? So now, what Frank Reich is doing, I believe he got word from Tepper saying, hey, listen, this ain't going in the right direction. If we don't start winning some football games, or this offense doesn't start to progress, then we're probably gonna have to let you go at the end of the year. I believe that's why he's going this route, and that I'm going to take it back so that I can be in control on whether I keep my job or not, and not Thomas Brown, right? So that's why he did that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. But like, Tepper is making too many like football decisions. Like, shouldn't he be like on the business side, like you just said? Like, shouldn't we have like maybe the GM or something like that? Maybe someone like that.
You're making too much sense right now. You're making too much sense. You shouldn't be this wise at such a young age. But unfortunately, that's not how things are being run right now. So, Tepper's doing a lot of things. Tepper. Let's just put it this way: Tepper has his hands in a lot, bro, and that's part of the reason as to why things are. I'm not going to say it's part of the reason why it isn't helping the situation. These people that he hires. They need to be allowed to do their jobs.
Yeah, because like I hear a lot of things that Tepper wanted Bryce and Frank wanted Stroud. So
I don't know that to be true. I've heard that rumor too. I don't know that to be true. I can't say what I can't say what I want to say, but I don't know that to be true.
Yeah, but I think Bryce will develop. I think he'll be a good quarterback. He might bring us to a Super Bowl one day, but that's not going to happen right now. We're 1-8. We're not going to make the playoffs. So right now, we just got to start winning games so we don't get the Bears a top 3 pick.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe by the time you get 18, we'll have a Super Bowl under our belt, man. Because you
Maybe.
shout out to you, man. You know a lot. You got. I don't want to ask how old you are, but and don't answer that question. But you know what you're talking about. Maybe you got a career in this. Keep going that route. I think you're doing a
All
good
right.
job. Really good football knowledge.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate you calling, man.
All right. See you.
Yep. Yeah, man. Shout out to that kid, my future co-host. My future, he might be better than Dave. Nah, I'm joking. Shout out to Dave. At least I know NFL kid gonna stay awake. Shout out to as long as we don't stay past his bedtime, man. Shout out to the NFL kid, man. All right, so we ain't got shout out to Dave, man. He said he got some stuff to do. That's why he's not on the call right now. You know, y'all know Dave, my guy. I'm joking. But anyway, so with that said, man, listen, I'm about to get up out of here. I gotta go get some food. Listen, this is what it is. It's the reality that we're in right now. Frank Reich taking back play calling duties. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, let's see. Listen, progress. I don't care if we lose to the Cowboys that's a tough matchup, right? Nobody really is expecting us to win this game. I'm surprised the line is what it is. I just want to see some progress, bro. Let's get some progress. Let's make it a competitive game, and let's go out there, keep pounding, let's fight hard, and let's see some improvement on offense. That's all I'm expecting. The expectations are low. Let's meet the mediocre bar. Let's meet the mediocre bar. Okay? That's all we asking for. Let's not be below average. Let's be at least average. Okay? The expectations are low. We're not asking for anything. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for Panther Nation. I'm not expecting much, bro. Let's just see some improvement, and then we can build upon that week after week. And maybe by the time the end of the season, maybe we can feel comfortable with Frank Reich and Scott Fitter and those guys staying around. I don't know, but let's just see some progression, bro. Shout out to that. Basement expectations. Shout out to Eddie, man. My expectations are low, bro. My expectations are low. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But all right. So with that said, man, make sure you hit that like button. Like on the way out. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Notification bell, get in the comments, all that good stuff. I will holler at y'all. I was talking about doing a roundtable tonight. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but maybe sometime this week, NFC South roundtable might be coming up. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be at the game on Sunday. If you come into the game, holler at me. I'm gonna be with Charlotte Vibe at 11 o'clock, 11 to 12 o'clock. Come holler at me. I'll be at the game. I might try to do a quick meetup at the Panther store or something. We'll link up. I'm outside, man. That being said, we out of here. Peace.